Happy Cinco de Mayo, the Mexican holiday dedicated to celebrating mayonnaise. These 4 Mariachi Ivys, led by Pop, one of the best players in NA, will have the duty to escort the mayo all the way to the opponent's base. Now, what is the mayo, you might ask? Oh, there's the mayo. This jar of rancid, moldy mayo needs to be escorted all the way to the opponent's base. If it stays there for 5 seconds, the Ivys win the game. The jar of mayonnaise must be close to the Ivy at all times, because if he isn't close enough, then he will start losing 1% of his health a second, and furthermore, he will be unable to heal. Every time the mayo is killed, the enemy team gets 1,000 souls each. Are 12 oracles going to be enough to stop this onslaught that is 4 Ivys and the Cinco, which is the mayo? Let's find out. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody! We do have a jar of mayo guarded by 4 Ivys in a mariachi band, because that is the 5th character, therefore it is the Cinco de Mayo. I think that's how it works. I'm from Albania, so I have a very good understanding of all of the holidays all over the world. Now, on the other side, we do have 12 Oracle players, and their sole goal is to forbid this mayo from going all the way to the enemy base. So, pretty simple stuff, a simple game of deliver the mayo, like, and what do you think about this one?
This will be an interesting one. We don't have a lot of events that are allow the middle ranks to come in, so I think we'll actually see some pretty strong strategies coming out here from the Oracle side.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is just so tough to defend if you're just one person. Of course, if you're facing, like, 4 initiates, it's like, you know, you get so many denies. But it's 4 oracles. At oracle level, you should legitimately know how to deny, how to position yourself, how to go behind enemy lines to raid the jar of mayo. But however, the deaths are coming. Left and right. Nice! This jar of mayo got several parries. Let's go. Have you ever been parried by a jar of mayo, Lycan?
No, but I have parried one myself.
You've parried one yourself. Yeah, as one does. But yeah, this jar of mayo has to be as close as possible to the Ivys. If the jar of mayo is distant from the Ivys, healing will be blocked, and he will also lose 1% of his HP. So, of course, the goal is to deliver the jar of mayo, but these oracles might be a bit too strong for just a simple delivery. I don't know. The team of Ivys is, like, almost all E6s. I think it's like 3 E6s and 1 E5, and led by Pop, who is very, very well known for their Ivy gameplay. And of course, this Viscous has 2 abilities, so he's... Oh, sorry. Jar of Mayo, that's totally not a modded Viscous skin, using silver animations, has 2 abilities, one of which is Splatter, and the Splatter is, of course, Moldy Mayonnaise, and one which is the Abrams Charge, and that's gonna help an Ivy a fair bit. And this Viscous can also use active and passive abilities. So if he wants to get Torment Pulse, if he wants to get Scourge, if he wants to get a Divine Barrier or something, he can easily do that. But yeah, very bloody early game so far. I'm curious to see how the other lanes are going, a little bit more normal. So first let's look at the 1 Ivy lane. Like, what do you think about this one, Lycan?
It seems like it's not doing the worst comparatively, but I mean that's Pashi, to be fair, in his own solo lane. So he's definitely the person I think you'd want to feed the solo lane souls to. I mean, he's already got ult almost.
Yeah,
or he does.
Of course. No, he does. Like, one of the big advantages that the Oracles are going to have very early in the game is just their numbers advantage. They're going to be like 3 people, 4 people attacking a lane, but the other side is just going to get souls way, way faster. And suddenly, you know, it's going to start to hurt. Once you get those Ivy ults, once you get, like, Toxic bullets, once you get Tesla bullets, once you get everything that you would need in order to make this work, you know, it's going to start being painful. And we already see a whole bunch of deaths, even as this Guardian is going down.
I mean, the game's already 3-6 on the side of the Spanish.
Spanish Harlem? Spanish Harlem. Let's call that. My understanding is that Ivy's Puerto Rican, not Mexican, but you know. Well, is Puerto Rican? That's actually a very interesting distinction to make, because she's technically a piece of rock that became a gargoyle in New York and grew up with a Puerto Rican family. So, and she's wearing a mariachi costume, so who the hell knows what this specific Ivy is?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to the surprise of no one, the Guardian that is still standing, that's like completely unfazed actually, is that Guardian with 2 Ivies guarding it. Of course, with 2 Eternus players, it's gonna be so much harder to break that, even if you're 4 Oracles. Ivy is not a very good early laner, that's my general perception of her. She really like blooms later in the game, but she does have that increased mobility with those ults, and that's gonna come so much into play as the game progresses. So yeah, at 4:55 here, it's almost time for bridge buffs, and I'm curious to see how these Ivies are going to position themselves. These Oracles have mostly forgotten about bridge buffs. Actually, we do see a Reb approaching on the left one, and approaching on the left one. He's not approaching on the left one, he's going back to base. The bridge buff is still standing. I didn't understand what that movement was. But I mean, this Viscous is doing really well given the limited resources. And he's gone for Trophy Collector, which I think is going to be incredibly important part of the strategy for the limited people team. Because, I mean, like, Trophy Collector, you're going to get a lot of kills. You want to get those souls as quickly as possible. You can probably get 16 stacks within 16 minutes, if you will. But yeah, with the Guardian falling there, the Jar of Mayo is going to be a lot more exposed. This is actually very curious to see. We see the Ivies transporting one another. They could, if they so choose, transport the Jar of Mayo. There's a gentleman's agreement to not transport it into the base, but they are allowed to transport it pretty close. It only needs to stay in there for 5 seconds, and there's been no attempt at doing it so far. The Ivies are pretty content with just like trying to feed themselves, get a little bit of a soul advantage, and I think the Oracles are giving them a hell of a fight. Like, yes, of course, the Eternus players are winning a lot more of these fights than they're losing, but it's not like incredibly imbalanced. That's my feeling. Yeah, but yeah, this Dynamo here is almost dead, and I mean, the Stone Form could have caught him, but not enough verticality there. The fights are going to develop in the middle with 3 Ivies fighting there. Might as well just, like, you know, allow the Walkers to be a little bit bruised and get a whole bunch of kills here, especially with the Trophy Collectors being completely active. And try and get that Guardian in the middle, which is going to give you so much macro space. And, I mean, these Ivies are doing fantastic. I'm curious to see what builds are panning out. We do see 3 gun and Torment Pulse? What do you think about Torment Pulse on Ivy?
I mean, if you're going to be close to people, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, when you're in the ult, you can just kind of just keep flying past people, so maybe you just kind of keep proccing it, as well as if you're going Stone Form. But, I don't know, it's definitely an odd choice.
Yeah, I mean, like, you do need a Spirit player. We've seen it very frequently when we do events like this. You can't all go gun because then the enemy team, and these are Oracles, these are not players who don't know what counter items are. They're definitely going to pick like a Bullet Resilience or even like a Plated Armor, and they're going to like completely shut your team down. You need a Spirit player to force them to like pick more normal items so you can more easily counter them.
I'm actually curious what the Viscus's first actual non, money item is going to be. I feel like Healing Nova would actually be a great one, considering the replicated healing of all the Ivy tethers. It's just going to give so much healing. I honestly expect almost all of them to pick it up.
Yeah.
Enduring Speed is what he went with.
I think that you just want to survive. There's a 1,000 soul tax if you manage to kill that Viscous, and 1,000 souls would be like 25% of the net worth of the Ivy team right now with one singular kill. I mean, look at the flare with that Stoneform. Just comes in and slabs that Kelvin to the ground. But yeah, 1,000 souls is a lot, and it's an incentive for the people to look for the Mayo. But so far, I mean, the Ivies are doing too good of a job defending, and some of the members of Team Amber still do not have their ults.
It should be noted, is that 1,000 per person, or is that 1,000 split between the team?
1,000 per person.
Ah,
So,
yes.
that is a lot of money if they kill a Jar of Mayo. Like 1,000 souls per person per kill is something you get only very, very deep into the late game. That's something you can easily get. But yeah, this Jar of Mayo is looking for kills as we speak. He does have that egg that he's probably going to pock very soon. And he's going for Slowing Hex next, which I think is a very interesting choice. Just to help those Ivies a little bit, we'll get those Stone Forms in, get that massive stun and like pin somebody down.
Yeah, he's already, I can see in his cute build, it's already going towards Vortex Web, so it's definitely a substitute so that the Ivies themselves don't have to take it.
You would think there would be like 2 or 3 members of Team Oracle whose sole duty would be to vacuum up all the farm on the map, including on the enemy side, because let's face it, the Ivies are kind of forced to stay alongside the lanes. And that would mean that there will be less soul splitting for people in front of them. Ooh. We're getting a very good question from the chat. Are the Mayo's pronouns he, him, she, her, or Mayo? What do you think? Like,
maybe Hellmans?
Hellmans? Hellmans? Yeah. That's very good pronouns. Yeah. Anyhow, this is the urn has spawned, and I think that the team of Ivies is gonna attempt to do the urn. I don't know how that one's gonna work. We do see that the Team Amber doesn't all have ults, but they mostly have ults, and Biba will have his ult soon. And I don't know that you want to force this 4v11.
I'm surprised they're not just flying her in, because like I know it doesn't increase your speed of doing the urn, but dropping the urn from a height would definitely deal with the multitude of people surrounding the drop-off, as we can see on the map.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is just a way to like misposition the urn. The Ivies have realized that they're gonna have a huge soul advantage the more the game goes on, so just have a bunch of people staying around the urn and trying to defend it instead of, you know, getting their own farm on their side of the map. I don't know, these oracles probably needed a ETERNUS captain just to sort them out. But yeah, I mean, so far it's been the Ivies that have been dominating this game. They're almost at 3 to 4x the amount of souls of the enemy team. And I don't know, they're going for more and more picks.
I mean, I definitely feel like you want to play aggressive, although I honestly don't think the enemy, the Oracle team comp has enough people that really punish you for being aggressive. I would have expected to see someone like a Shiv or a Vindicta, like a Shiv to execute the Mayo if in case he ever gets low, so he can't just run away.
Yeah, I think the big focus has been mainly in getting a lot, and I mean a lot of stun, or a lot of people that can block a Mayo deposit. That's like one of the big fears that I heard the Team Oracle was having. Just try to get as many stuns as possible. Everyone is so low. I mean, there's 2 Ivies that are insanely low. A snipe, a Shiv would have been insane here. But yeah, their big focus was just getting stunned so that, you know, the Jar of Mayo wouldn't just be flown into the enemy base.
I mean, clearly it's working because the Mayo finally died his first time.
Yeah, and that is 1,000 souls for everyone. You can see a massive boon for the Amber team, and that's going to give them a little bit of revives. Yeah, as I said, the urn fight, I don't know if you want to do that as a team of Ivies, but they keep getting more and more kills. This Labubu should be dead very quickly.
Oh, he seems like he got out, maybe. I mean, depends if the Lash himself can get away. I mean, he's got those grapples. Come on. No, it doesn't even try to take him out to a safe spot.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, these Ivies have enough souls to dive in. I don't think they're allowed to, you know, just vibe near the Ivies. You have to back if you're low health. You will die. I'm curious to see. He's trying to get, like, a slowing hex on someone? That's I don't really know what this Viscous is doing. He's got out of position massively, and that is yet another death for Team Amber. That's actually fantastic. That's giving them such a soul boost. These Ivies are suddenly looking at only half the souls instead of 4 times the souls. Future Snake here. This is some footage from the first time we were setting all of this up. There was a patch in the middle of it, so we had to reset the whole game. And what we didn't know is that broke our mod's active targeted items, so stuff like Slowing Hex and Scourge. We decided to continue with the game, though.
Apparently he's stuck. He cannot use actives, and I think he can't not hold out Slowing Hex.
Ooh, that's quality control in a GlutenSnake event? That would never happen.
Never.
Yes. But anyhow, what do you think the strategy is for Team Ivy then? Like, when do you think they have enough strength to try to brute force the Mayo Jar in?
I feel like once they get something like Lightning Scroll, or just enough gun damage, and you know, a glass cannon with multiple stacks. I mean, the Ivy already, that is Pashi has 2 stacks already, and we'll see if he can keep snowballing forward.
Escalating Exposure, Torment Pulse, Kudzu Ivy. Like, what the hell is that build? That looks unique. And it's working, 51-6. I'll take that.
I mean, to be fair, despite being the lowest soul count Ivy on his team, he already has almost a fully stacked Trophy Collector and then went for Capacitor, like a super early Capacitor pick, so it makes a lot of sense. This is an absolute slog of a fight in the sewer. Oh, another glass cannon stack, though.
And Urn is dropping again. This Ivy's going to be able to clear up this Bebop, and I think they're going to have a lot of capacity to do that Urn a second time.
We are so close to seeing a fully stacked trophy. Only like 2 more stacks to go.
Yeah, and the trophy is on the Ivy side because while it is true that they are, you know, much higher in terms of individual souls compared to everyone else, they are still the losing team. So they're gonna have an advantage Urn, and I think that's gonna help a lot because look, the fight is all happening on lane number 3 right now.
Yeah, and I mean like 3 souls from, or 3 deaths from the Mayo definitely helps the other team get a lot more souls. That's an extra 3k per person. Per what, like what, 9 people? 12?
Yeah.
12.
Anyhow, the urn was secured by that Ivy who just went there and the other team just completely ignored her. She is in the Baroness as we speak, but I think she's going to get out, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of contest for her because, I mean, look at how spread out Team Sapphire, Team Amber is, and I mean, is she going to just look for a pick? Yes, she is. Getting that silver especially valuable. She's at 12k, so she can actually start contesting you a little bit, maybe especially if she gets those disarms on wolf form, but yeah, she's still going to die in a 1v1.
Doesn't even pop the wolf form to start.
Yeah, the Team Amber is now gonna need to like start comboing all of this stuff. We do see already a cry that there is a silence on that Warden, which again is such a valuable activity because you know Stone Form is just so good in these team situations. Being able to deal like 1,000 damage with each Stone Form because you cap 3 people and stun them, that can be the difference between life or death. But yeah, this Ivy is struggling to fight this 1v5s and 1v6s. And I mean, despite the massive soul difference, you just are gonna die in a 1v6 against 6 oracles. Yeah, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Contest her? She has flight and everything.
Well, it seems like they're definitely contesting her. Oh no, the extend is done from knockdown. But they don't think the Warden even tries to follow up on it. Oh no, another knockdown. But still no follow up.
Yeah.
A very delayed follow up.
Like, again, you cannot go in there unless you have like 4 or 5 team members trying to go. And there's a third knockdown. There's a Stone Form for this one, though. Yeah, if you don't have teammates with you, you will just die in a 1v1, so I don't blame them at all. They're all gathering here, though. I don't know if they're allowed to do that. This Ivy seems to be the strongest of the bunch. It is indeed Poshipop, and suddenly, with teammates around, that's 2 picks, 3 picks. Oh, God.
Damage. Yeah, I mean, between a fully stacked glass cannon, Ricochet, Siphon Bolt's Lucky Shot Teslas, like he doesn't care if he's silenced. He's just gonna hold left click.
Yeah, but yeah, the question right now in everyone's mind is when are the Ivies gonna go for a Mayo play? Just try to deliver that Earth. Are they gonna try and look for that last walker first? Probably. But yeah,
probably gonna wait for the last ult. They might even wait for all the walkers to go down, which I mean they're about to hopefully accomplish that right now.
Yeah, well, I mean like. The fucking capacitor.
No, that's unfortunate. Could not be saved in time by the other Ivy. But now a lot of the team is here. Even the Mayo.
The Mayo is here. Oh, how much this Mayo can do.
Thunderdomed.
Yeah, we discovered the Mayo could not use active items, which probably happened because there was a Steam patch like 5 minutes before this game. So he's just trying to use counterspell, whatever he can to survive, and Torment Pulse to do a lot of damage. He's gonna try it back, and I mean, you can see that he's losing HP every second he's not near an Ivy. An Ivy has to approach him. He has to go into the base, and a Doorman is pushing lane number 1 here. What are we seeing?
The remaining Ivy does not seem to be in much of a better situation. Still has Blood Tribute on, which might be a mistake, might not. Who knows? He's got some pretty good regen, but he's taking a lot of damage, especially from the silver.
I do love the Ricochet choice. I mean, Ricochet with a little bit of lifesteal can be such a game changer in these 1v4, 1v5, 1v6 situations, especially if you have an Ivy getting ready to support you and try and get those picks. But yeah, I mean, like,
silence doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, wolf form though. That wolf might just be able to tear open that mayonnaise jar.
Yeah. It's like such a powerful ability, that wolf form. Any sort of ability that disarms the Ivies, especially with 3 gun Ivies, is going to matter so much. But right now the fight is for that buff. No, the Ivy's not going for that buff. Instead, trying to go for
just
picks
going for
here.
The kill.
Yeah, it's proving to be such a bloody game so far. 17 to 69, that is insane.
17 to 70. Oh, Dynamo goes off in multiple Ivy stomps to cancel it. Yeah, you have to be very careful as Dynamo. I'm surprised his first item was not unstoppable.
Yeah, like just anything to stop those Ivies, even for 3 seconds guaranteed, is going to matter so freaking much.
Oh no, the Mayo's in the Baroness.
He's not gonna be enough damage. I mean, like, a single Mayo kill can be enough, but no, 240 HP, he survives. But it seems Ivies are doing mid here. What is going on?
I mean, they've got the gun damage, and they are Ivy, one of the scariest characters to contest in mid just because of her stomp. Although Rem is just here, I guess, and immediately... Oh, he got one! The Rem actually stole one at the perfect time.
The urn is being delivered for free. No one defending there. There's a silver very deep into enemy territory. I don't know if she's going to do that fight well, but it seems that there's an Ivy being caught out of position, and that is 1 rejuve and Ivy dead, which is so freaking important. 50 seconds of tranquility.
Headed to green.
Well, right now he's just kind of sitting in the back line, just kind of poking with his Mayo splatter.
Yeah. Right now, of course. Wait, are the Ivies going for it? I think the Ivies might be going for it. Look at how deep this Mayo is with 4 deaths and 1 rejuve.
Oh, yeah, airdrop ready.
Airdrop ready.
Maybe.
It's being called. It's being called. One last item is being bought. And it's Fortitude. He wants to regen all of the HP that he's lost and get a little bit more. He needs to only stay 5 seconds in the enemy base. 5 seconds is all he needs to survive and win the game.
I'm surprised not seeing the newest item, Indomitable, yet, although he's sneaking in. Sneaking behind.
Trying to sneak in. Ivy's trying to sneak him in. It's going to take only 5 seconds.
Oh no, Dynamo Refresher behind him.
Oh no, instead he's backing out. Right now, instead of going deeper into the base, trying to go for those picks first and let the group of Ivies try to deal with everything. One
Although
Ivy
they're
base.
very heavily just ripping through this Oracle team. They still have 1 rejuve left.
The only question the Ivy team has right now is how many deaths does it take to make it through, to go inside? With so many deaths, I think you're allowed to go in. The Mayo is out. The Mayo is out. Only 5 seconds. Only 5 seconds.
3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
The Archmother team wins. The Mayo has been deposited. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this holiday spoof. You should check out our St. Patrick's video where Archangel Gabriel helped St. Patrick go against 11 Irish Vipers. And finally, some interesting information coming from Poshy Pop. Poshy, did you just tell me that you have never eaten mayo before?
Yep, never. Not once in my life.